Did you share this? Is the one you sent this to somebody too? Did you delete mine?
No, absolutely not. I just ran from it.
Yeah.
That's the quick notification.
I'll let you know.
It's a really.
And they won't drive us this year. So
Yeah.
All right, folks, let's go ahead and get your notes out. And we're gonna get back in the swing of things. All right, so I believe we got everyone to this point because I remember that was where I stopped everyone in the military race, regardless of where we were, ahead or behind or whatever. But so this is all we're going to get to today. So there's a couple things in the graph that we're going to talk about. This is our first official graphing moments in a few minutes. And for the graph, it's actually just going to be filling in some numbers and drawing some lines. So the first part we're going to talk about is trade-offs. The trade-offs you guys are going to get pretty quickly. It's not very difficult. So it's literally going to be like the line goes with the curve. It comes down. Whatever number it talks about, that's the trade-off. And then the second page will be a little more tricky, but based off of conversation with you guys, you're an intelligent bunch. You guys should be pretty good to go with this part. But when we look at the practicality of this is what we talk about when we were dealing with different choices businesses make. Right? So we can look at this from a personal perspective, yes, but we also want to look at this from a perspective of, okay, is this working? Is this not working? Matter of fact, you guys have probably dealt with this when you've gone to a restaurant and the menu's changed. Has anybody ever had that where they go someplace and no, that's the one I always got. It's no longer, yeah. So that's a production possibilities situation. They've looked at it like this. What happened to me at Panini? Panini does it all the time. So I ordered. It was called the Primavera, and it was eggplant parmesan, deep fried, and it was in a wrap, and it had vegetables. So it was like slightly healthy. So I always felt good eating it, even though it was deep fried eggplant. So I called up and I made the order, and I figured I'll pick it up on the way home. And I get there and I get my order. I get home and I open up the container and it's pasta with shrimp on it, pasta primavera. I'm like, what? So I called. I was like, no, I wanted the primavera. They're like, oh, we changed the menu. No, it doesn't exist anymore. We got rid of it. Why did you get rid of it? She's like, no one was purchasing it. I was like, I was purchasing it. So yeah, you were the only person. So, do you continue making something that no one's buying? Right? Can you guys think of anything that used to exist that no longer, like we used to have it, now we got rid of it? Yeah.
The KFC's potato wedges.
Really?
Now they have fries.
Oh, so legit just fries now?
Yeah, they
'Cause I
don't
used to
do
like
any
it,
wedges.
but I didn't order enough. I didn't ever buy them enough to like sustain KFC.
I mean, like, I guess not. I don't remember.
Anyplace else? Yeah.
I think some Mexican pizza at Taco Bell.
Okay, that's right. They got rid of the Mexican pizza. That used to be one of my go-tos. Like if I was going to go to Taco Bell. How about Mexican pizza at school? Like Spanish pizza, Mexican pizza?
Oh, I thought it was just because they did it in the higher schools. I don't know.
Where'd you go?
Yeah.
What's your own school?
Brunswick?
Brunswick. So Brunswick still has.
It's called like breakfast.
Oh.
No, they have
But that was like
I
sausage. I had that one.
And then there's like the Big Daddy meat pizza or something.
Big Daddy meat pizza.
That's what it's called.
Now, does anybody know Mrs. Clemens? Mrs. Tom Mitchell from Cosmetology. If you ever run into her, she's like one of the fun, like she's probably one of the funniest people I know that works here. But she and I were talking about the Shack Attack pizza from Papa John's. It's like a temporary thing, and it actually fits perfectly for this too. They don't do it all the time; it's just like a promotional thing. But it's a Shack Attack pepperoni. It's this massively huge large pizza with like twice the amount of pepperoni as normal. But again, things come, things go. You guys remember Tamagotchis? All right. I'm not sure exactly where I am generation wise, but Tamagotchis. What are some things that have come and gone in your lifetime, like toys wise?
Silly bands.
Silly bands.
Silly bands.
That was a big one. Yeah.
I still have some of
And they had all sorts of crazy versions. Slap bands, yeah. My niece. Oh, here's one that I was gone and has come back now via TikTok. Berries and cream. Berries and cream, berries and cream. I hope for that it was berries and cream. So the other day I'm at practice and like the young girls that are on my older team that I work with, they're like sitting in the corner like, oh my gosh, have you heard about the berries and cream lad? And I'm like, they're what? And she's like, it's a dance. It's a new dance on TikTok. I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, berries and cream, berries and cream. I was the lad who loves berries and cream.
I mean, it sounds kind of.
No, I gotta show you.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Please don't.
The fun part about this, I'll tell you after I show it to you.
I just started seeing ads for that again. And I'm like, what the heck? That was like 5,000
Try these berries and cream Starburst.
Pardon me, what kind of Starburst did you just say?
Berries
Berries. Berries and what else?
and cream.
Berries and cream! Oh, hurrah! Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream. Berries and cream, berries and cream. Oh, I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream.
So now what I'm hearing is, and I pulled it up the other day because I had heard about it, but now people are like getting haircuts that kind of look like that.
Oh no.
I'm not sure if it's on purpose, but then while they're showing their haircut, you hear this guy in the back of the berries and cream, and they're like with the same type of haircut. Yeah, so if you start hearing people, that's where it came from. But again, going back to just legit, like it doesn't, they don't have those anymore. They used to be around, they got rid of them. Right? Same thing with like scaled flavors. Sometimes they'll do different variations of flavors and try. Like Lay's potato chips did this a couple years ago. Same concept right off of this, trade-off opportunity cost. You guys remember when they were trying all the new flavors and people were like sending in flavors and trying all the, yeah, right. So you hear about it all the time. You just don't realize it's an actual situation. All right. Now, for this one, just so you guys are aware, before you guys start writing anything down, there's nothing for you to write down on the bottom two graphs yet. So don't put this information on that chart in the bottom, okay? All I wanted to show you guys was what it looks like. So the curve itself is this curve right here. So when they talk about the production possibilities curve or the frontier, that's the line that we're looking at. Now, this is one of those situations where as I'm producing something in a company, this is the best I can do. This is 100% perfect. This is the maximum number of possible outcomes in regards to making, in this situation, the dorky watermelons and shoes, which is kind of weird. But that's okay. Ours is going to be kind of awkward as well. The idea here is at any point along the way, we are working at 100% maximum. So when I show you the curve, actually you can see it at the bottom of the page. It's literally curved. It's not straight because we have pushed out every possible expectation and production possibilities at any moment. Right? So everyone's healthy. All the machines are working. We have all the stuff available. So there's nothing stopping us from making all this. Right? So what we want to do is create our own version for our class. So what I need from you is two things that are school appropriate and legal. Dare I get myself in trouble? Right. So 2 items, products we can create, make legal. sweatshirts? Ooh, what kind of stickers?
Visco, obviously.
Disco? Disco stickers.
Not disco, Visco.
Oh no, I said disco. I didn't say
Okay,
disco.
we'll do Visco.
So we're gonna bring back a little bit of 70s. Right? We'll have like a John Travolta one. We can have all sorts of fun stuff. It'll be all glittery, right? Shiny, glittery disco stickers. Okay, so let's put disco stickers on this side. And let's go per hour. And then down here we'll do sweatshirts. Per hour. First of all, I would like to welcome you to Mr. Hollow's Sweatshirts and Disco Stickers Emporium Inc. I just purchased the land and I have the building being going up. It's just going to be a nice basic warehouse type structure over on Smith Road, right by the fairgrounds. High tech stuff I got coming in next week. We'll probably start working the first week of October. We're starting off at $15 an hour if you guys are okay with that.
Okay.
Right. It's just basic minimum work, nothing high level thinking just yet. If you want to move up in management, of course, there will be opportunities for all of you. Health insurance, 90 days after you start. So it's all good. It's all good. If you have any issues, I am HR. Right? So if you have any issues, you gotta deal with me. But I have a good feeling about you guys. It's gonna be a good company. We're gonna make some nice money. I'm gonna make some nice money, and you guys are also gonna get paid hourly. At least I hope so. So disco stickers. How many stickers like come in like a package? Like what would you say?
60.
Let's go 50 to keep our numbers simple. So
It's like $5-6.
Let's do this because they're gonna come in. Yeah, let's go by 50s. So 50, 100, 150, 2, 250, 3, 350. Okay. And I'm talking like packages. So we're not talking like, so 50 per package. So we're looking at 50 times, 50 times 50. So
2,500.
that's a lot of stickers we're going to be making, which is good. Sweatshirts. Let's go by 20s for this one. 20, 60, 80, 100, 120. Now keep in mind, all of this is our production every hour at Mr. Hollow's Sweatshirts and Disco Stickers Emporium Inc. Okay, so a couple basic questions that we're going to come back to all the time because you want to compare what we're making to what we could make if we were only making disco stickers. So let's say I had you guys coming in that first Monday in October to work at Mr. Hollow's Sweatshirts and Disco Stickers Emporium Inc. And all we're going to make on that Monday is just stickers. And that's it, because I want you guys to kind of get good at just making the one product at a time. Based off of this graph right here, how many disco stickers can we make every single hour? 350. Yeah. So that'll be our max. So that's pretty basic. So if I go, let's go DS and sweatshirts. And we'll go 350. So here's the other question. If you guys are only making disco stickers, how many sweatshirts did you make? 0. Right, so, I mean, it's just logical, right? We're making sweatshirts, we're making disco stickers. However, on Tuesday, I want you guys to get ready to make sweatshirts as well. So I'm going to take the day and spend teaching us how to make sweatshirts. So how many sweatshirts can we make every hour according to this chart, this graph?
120.
120. This is going to be our max sweatshirts every hour. So 120. Now the follow-up question is, how many disco stickers do we make on that Tuesday? 0. Okay. Wednesday comes along. I decide to kind of split the difference. I'm going to have half of you guys work on disco stickers and half of you guys work on sweatshirts. So you guys are going to go sweatshirts and you guys are going to go disco stickers. Let's say that in an hour, you guys are able to make 200 disco stickers. Okay. Based off of this chart, how many sweatshirts did the other group make? Come over to the line. Come down. 100. Right. So if I'm going to go disco stickers at 200 of them, at the same time I'm doing that, I can make 100 sweatshirts. So that's Wednesday. Thursday, I'm like, oh well, we got a lot of sweatshirts made. I want to make some more disco stickers. So I'm going to take, you guys keep making sweatshirts. I'm going to have everyone else focus on disco stickers. So let's say it comes down to 60 sweatshirts. So you 3 guys are able to make 60 sweatshirts every hour. That's awesome. All right. Go up here, I come across. About how many disco stickers guesstimated? Yeah, 325. And that was 60. Okay. So this in and of itself, not that big of a deal. You guys are like, okay, this is kind of dorky. So if I give you, and this next part you don't have to write down unless you want to, you're more than welcome. But if I give it actual cash numbers, I can kind of show you where I'm going with this as a company owner. Like which one? Because one of the things I have to figure out is, should I be making disco stickers and sweatshirts? Is this a good combination? Maybe, maybe not. So, how much should I be charging per package of disco stickers? What do you think? Guesstimate it. So 50 stickers per little package. Yeah, let's say $2. $2 per package. Okay. How about sweatshirts? They're nothing's fancy. They're okay. They're comfortable. People like them. They do have drawstrings. No logo. We don't really have any big logo on it yet, but they're good. I like them. Yeah, so just different colors. What do you think? I heard 17. You want to argue higher or lower?
8,200.
Oh, that would be great. I don't think I would have anyone buy them, so I have to readjust my price.
150s.
Oh, that's much better. Came down $50. How about $20 per sweatshirt?
Sure.
Okay.
We should do 1990.
1995. Ooh.
$3.
We'll stick with $20 per sweatshirt. Okay. So, if I have you guys come in and all we're making is stickers, so we're making a calculator, and we focus on just stickers, and I say 350 packages times $2, I'm pulling in, I'm not sure why I had to do a calculator for that, $700 at that point. Right? For stickers. If I could sell all of them, I'm making about $700. Over here, my sweatshirts, I have $20 times 120. Right here, at this point, I'm pulling in $2,400 if I can sell all of my sweatshirts. So which one's my money maker?
Sweatshirts.
Sweatshirts is the way to kind of lean towards more sweatshirts. The question becomes, is there a combination that makes me more money than $2,400? Do I need to get rid of the stickers, or do I want to play around with some stuff here? So let's go with that 100 down there. So if I do the 100, right, times the $20, this situation puts me right here. So that puts me at $2,000. And 200 stickers, that puts me at 400. So this actually situation is exactly the same as making just. Do you guys see where I got that? So I'm curious, just out of complete, absolute curiosity. Let's say 110. Let's use this one. Change this to. All right, so 100. So we're looking at $200 in stickers. 110. So we got 22. It's the same exact thing, isn't it? Wow. So I'll be at $2,400. So, as an owner, or let's say I bring you on as part owner, what would you think about this company? Do I continue the same track, or do I make some small adjustments? Yeah.
Well, wouldn't we also need to consider the price of production?
Yeah, we haven't gone down that road. But yes, you're right. So if it's costing me more money, which one's more expensive to make? Yeah, so we gotta keep that in consideration. But what would maybe be an alternative to disco stickers and sweatshirts? Because clearly the sweatshirts is my moneymaker. So I'm getting majority of my income. So what might I want to do instead of stickers? That uses similar machines.
Like shirts.
Yeah, shirts, or maybe hats, or something along the same lines, clothing apparel wise. Not with that tail back there, I was thinking. But yeah, so then I can kind of play around. So this would be one of those situations where I'm like, stickers aren't the moneymaker, I gotta get rid of them. In my last class, they did, what's the chains? The gold chains and all the wrappers. I don't even know what they called them, something. And they were like 40, like $500 per chain. And by the time when we did the numbers, it ended up coming out to like $140,000 in potential profit from making all these different chains. And then the other thing we were selling was, what was it? Chains and Air Jordan shoes. And there was a decent amount of money in Jordans, but we decided to get rid of the Jordans and go with other types of jewelry instead. Since we already have the making machines for jewelry, so why not? So this is just one possible scenario. All right, let's go ahead and we got 20 minutes left. Yeah. Okay. So this is the next page you guys have. And for this one, as we're going, this first one is the one I was telling you guys. You'll probably do it and go, oh, I get this. God bless you. I kind of figured this one out. This is the easier of the two when it comes to some of the math. Actually, it's just connecting the dots. So for this one, if all we are making, so if this company only makes bottles of pop, how many can it make per hour according to this chart? 90. So our first answer on that page is 90. And at the top of the page, it should say trade-off underneath the possibilities. Okay. Second question. If this company only makes bags of Skittles, how many can it make every hour? 450. So first answer is 90. Second one is 450. Everything from this point on, ladies and gentlemen, is connecting to that curve. Right? So if I look at this and it says, what's the trade-off if the company produces 40 bottles of pop? So I go to 40. I go over to the line, curve, come down, 400. Next one is if I make 450 bags of Skittles, my trade-off? 0. Trade-off. Making 0 bottles of pop. Okay. Next one. 10 bottles pop. Leads me over here, and we're guessing it's not 450, so let's say what? 448? That's my trade-off, 448. If you guys can see the trend, feel free to go ahead of me. Number 6. Trade-off if I make 125 bags of Skittles, so you find that middle point, take it up over, what, about 85 maybe? That's close. Now you'll notice the next one, if I make 85 bottles of pop, it's the exact same thing. Except the other direction, so it would be 125. 250 bags of Skittles. Take it up to the curve. Cross. 75. $55 bottles of pop. Over the curve and down. 350. So again, all of these are the easiest versions, and the last one on here is 325 bags of Skittles. So we take that up over about 60. So again, this is the easy version. The fun part comes on the next page, because now we got to deal with opportunity cost. And this is that, what am I losing every time I make a decision? Right? I brought this up in my first period class, and it was kind of like a side note, but all the politics that's going on right now, all of the mask mandates, COVID, vaccine, non-vaccine, the states versus the federal government, all of this arguing that's going on, all of this comes back to trade-offs and opportunity costs, right? One of the things that they're finding in California, because the laws and everything has increased so much out there, including taxes, people that live in California are moving. That's the trade-off. Do I stay and pay those taxes and live in this situation, or do I leave? But when you leave, if I trade off and I leave California, what am I losing out on? Like all the things you can do in California, plus all the time it's going to take me to move. There's all sorts of stuff. So, anyways, jumping back over here to this. So the first two questions are the exact same answers, right? So if you guys have those, of course, it's pop is 90 and 450. Everything we do from this point on is a comparison to what we could have made versus what we actually did make. Okay? So if I'm looking at the first one, 40 bottles of pop. So we already did this version. We came across and down. Now, I could have made 450, right? That was my total possible. I only made 400. So what did I lose out on? 50 is the answer. I lost out on 50. This is one of those things that McDonald's has done this with the McRib over the years, where they look at, okay, we made McRib, but we wasted time making it. How much money did we lose making the McRib? Okay. All right, next one. 450 bags of Skittles. All right, they come across. I made 0 bottles of pop, which means what's my opportunity cost? 90. I lost out on all 90 bottles of pop. So I'm not going to make money on pop because I just made Skittles only. Excuse me. 10 bottles of pop. This is that first one that's kind of awkward looking. What we said, 448, right? From the page 1. What did I lose out on? I lost out on 2 two bags of Skittles. That's it. That's not bad. 125 bags of Skittles. Right, so if I go 125 bags of Skittles, bring it up. We'll say it's about 85. I lost out on 5 bottles of pop. If I have 85 bottles of pop, I've only made 125 Skittles. What did I lose out on? What is that? 325? I lost out on all those Skittles. $250 bags of Skittles. Just take it all the way up and across. 75. Could have made 90. Minus 15. I lost out on 15 bottles of pop. 2 left. Last 2. 55 bottles of pop. And down. I only made 350. I lost out on 100. And last but not least, let's switch over to green. I made 325 bags of Skittles. I only made 60 bottles of pop. Therefore, I lost out on 30 bottles of pop. Right. So again, the numbers are kind of boring, and I can understand that, and I appreciate that. But what I'm looking at this, like in my mind, I'm thinking, how much money am I charging for a bottle of pop, and how much money did I just lose because I was focusing on this over here. So if I'm losing, again, those restaurants that change their menus all the time, get rid of it. We're not making money. We're losing money every single time. Has anybody ever, by any chance, watched that Michael Irvine, where he goes in and he rescues the kitchens, and it's like a weekend. It's a shorter version of some of the other TV shows on the Food Network or Cooking Channel. He went into one restaurant. I remember it was years ago, and he pulls the owner out. He's talking to the owner, and he has like all the dishes lined up on the table, and he says to the owner, "All right, how much does this? How much are you charging people for this?" And the guy's like, "Oh, that's my chicken fried steak. I charge, I think it's like that's $7." And so Michael Irvine has done all of the math and the costs, and he says, "How much did it cost you to make that plate?" And I'm talking labor per hour, electric bill, gas bill, supplies, everything. And the guy's like, $5. Michael Irvine's like, "It's costing you $12 to make that plate, and you're charging $7. Every single time you make that and sell it to someone, you're losing $5." Right. So do I keep making that? No, you get rid of it, or you adjust it, or you change it somehow. Right. So these things, you'll see these randomly more in a business type setting, but this is production possibilities, opportunity costs, trade-offs, opportunity costs. I think I'm going to stop right there. So, you guys, the same spot as everyone else. Good.